When working in assemblies, many times we need to place the same part at different locations. Now, the beginner method most people use is simple. They copy the part from the feature tree using Ctrl+C, then paste it using Ctrl+V. After that, at the new location, they start applying all the mates again from scratch. Now, this method works, but honestly, it takes extra time and it's not the most efficient workflow. So in this tutorial, I'll show you a much faster and smarter method. With this method, you can copy not only the part, but also its mates. Then, at the new location, you only need to select the required faces or surfaces, and the part will automatically be positioned correctly. So here's how it works. First, right-click on the part that you want to place at another location. Then choose the option called Copy with Mates. After selecting that option, simply move to the new location in your assembly. Now all you have to do is select the corresponding faces or surfaces where you want the mates to be applied. And that's it. As you can see, the part is successfully placed in the new location. To place the same component in different locations, we usually have to copy that component. And after copying, we have to apply the mates again from scratch. Now this method is a bit time-consuming, and it's also not an efficient workflow. Instead of doing this, in the assembly module, we have the facility of component patterns, which is both time-saving and much more efficient. For this, inside the assembly, we have options like linear component pattern and circular component pattern. Here, we need to use the circular pattern option because our holes are created in a circular pattern. So first, we need to select the component that we want to pattern. Then we need to define the direction. For the direction, we can select any circular face. After that, set the angle to 360 degrees for equal spacing. Then set the number of instances according to the number of holes, and click OK. And just like that, all the components are placed automatically. So instead of copying and pasting the component again and again, you can simply use the pattern feature to place all the components in one go. Suppose we have to place this component exactly at the center of another component. Normally, the method we use is that we select the planes of both components and apply a coincident relation between them. Now, this method is very easy when the number of components in the assembly is small. But when the number of components increases, it becomes a little difficult to find and select the required planes. So instead of using that method, SolidWorks provides an advanced mate called Width Mate. With the help of Width Mate, by simply selecting the faces of both components, we can achieve the same result much more easily. So here's how it works. First, hold the Control key and select these two faces of this component. Then again, hold Control and select these two faces of the other component. As soon as you make the selection, you will see the option for Symmetric or Width Mate. Simply click on it, and your component will automatically be placed exactly at the center. Now we just need to apply the remaining mates so that the component becomes fully fixed. So in this way, you can easily place any component exactly at the center of another component. Normally, the method we use to hide a component is that we click on the component and then select Hide Component. And when we want to show the component again, we go to the Components tree, click on the component, and choose Show Component. Now we use the same method again and again. But today, I'll share a much faster method with you where you can do the same thing directly using your keyboard shortcuts. So here's how it works. Move your mouse cursor over the component that you want to hide and simply press the Tab key. As soon as you press Tab, the component will be hidden. Now, if you want to show that component again, bring your mouse cursor to the same location and press Shift plus Tab. This will instantly bring the component back. In this way, you can quickly hide and show components while working in your assembly. Now here's a bonus trick for you. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus Tab together. As soon as you do that, all the hidden components will start appearing temporarily on the screen. Now simply click on the component that you want to show again, and it will become visible. For example, this component below is still hidden because I haven't clicked on it yet. So while holding Ctrl plus Shift plus Tab, just click on that component as well, and it will also become visible again. In this case, we only have 2 components in the assembly. But while working in the assembly module, we often create assemblies with a very large number of components. In those situations, when we apply mates to components, we have to move around a lot, rotate the assembly again and again, and select different faces of the component. Because of this, the process becomes a little difficult and time-consuming. To solve this problem, SolidWorks provides an option called Component Preview Window. With this option, we can preview a specific component inside a separate window and easily apply mates on it. So here's how it works. First, click on the component. Then you will see the option called Component Preview Window. As soon as you select it, that component will open inside a separate preview window. Now you can simply select whichever face you want, and the face will get selected directly. And the best part is, if you rotate the component inside this preview window, your main assembly will not rotate. For example, if I want to select these faces and apply mates on them, I can rotate only this specific component without disturbing the main assembly. So, in this way, by using the component preview option, you can make your workflow much easier while working with large assemblies. And once your work is complete, simply click on Exit Preview, and your main assembly window will come back. While working in the assembly module, many times we need to move a specific component only up to a certain limit. For example, let's suppose I want to move this component up to the face of another component. Now normally, when I drag the component, it penetrates inside the other component. To solve this problem, SolidWorks provides a very useful option called collision detection inside the Move Component tool. So today, I'll show you how to use it. First, choose the Move Component option. After that, instead of using standard drag, select collision detection. Then, instead of choosing all components, select these components and choose the 2 components that you want to work with. Now, resume dragging and slowly move the component. As soon as interference between the 2 components begins, the component will automatically stop at that exact point and will not move any further. So in this way, by using collision detection, you can accurately place components and easily identify the exact point where interference starts. To place standard components in SolidWorks, we use the design library. For example, let's suppose I want to place screws inside these holes. Now, instead of modeling the screws separately, I can simply select and place them directly from the design library. So here's how it works. First, go to SolidWorks Design Library. Inside the Design Library, select Toolbox. After that, you will see an Add Now button here. Simply click on it. As soon as you do that, different standards will start appearing here. In this case, we will use the metric standard because I want to place a screw. So I'll go into Bolts and Screws. From here, I can select different screw types. For example, here I'll use a hexagonal head screw, and here I'll use a flanged head screw. Now I just need to drag the screw and bring it near the hole, then release the mouse button. After that, I can change its specifications. For example, I want to use an M10 screw. So I'll select M10, and from here I can also change the screw length. Once everything is set, simply click the OK button. Now we can take the same screw near another hole and easily place it there as well. And finally, click on the cross button, and the screw will be successfully placed on the plate.